Hello everyone. Right now we're going to be showcasing something very cool. I'm a huge fan of light gun games, but particularly ones that you could use a real light gun on, like the original NES Zapper for, of course, games like Hogan's Alley and Duck Hunt, etc. And you remember Back to the Future 2? What light gun game was Michael J. Fox playing when he went back to the past? Do you remember which one? See if you know in the comments. But in any case, one particular thing that always irked me with light gun games, especially when you play them on an actual controller rather than using a real light gun, is the precision isn't quite the forte as it would be as on a real light gun for one huge reason. And look at this. Even though it's called Lethal Enforcers, I'm going to call this game Sledgehammer the Game. You'll see why in a moment here. Just check it out. Sledgehammer was one of my absolute favorite shows of all time. I could go back to that and watch it again and again and again. David Rashford to win. A character actor that is definitely not as recognized as you would know by name, but you definitely have seen him in multitude of movies. There he is, David Rash. No, he looks a little bit like Sledgehammer, though. And I mean, I always love that. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot her. Okay, but when I run out of ammunition, watch what happens here. Let's not shoot that guy from Office Space. But David Rash was also in the movie Cobra in a little bit role. The Cobra movie, which is a great movie with, of course, Sylvester Stallone. And what would you say your favorite Sylvester Stallone movie of all time would be? I got to reload right here. If I was the one with the light gun, I could just shoot off the screen. But here, I got to actually take my gun off the screen and reload. But I don't want to do that. I'd rather have a hacky solution. See, I lost my game there because I had to go off screen to reload. Let's not do that this time, folks. Come on, David Rash, you can do better than that. And David Rash was also in the show Nurses, if you remember that sitcom show way back in the 1990s, or was that early 2000s? And I mean, I'm sure you've seen him in a lot of other things. There are just certain actors that you've seen in a lot of stuff. Like, I always like going back and watching older movies. Like, you could go back and watch, like, Back to School with even, like, Rodney Dangerfield and see people that you wouldn't realize are in other things. Like, his son in the movie is actually the lead actor from the movie Christine. And then the chick in Christine that plays his girlfriend is in Baywatch. I mean, it goes on. Okay. See, I'm reloading by pushing a simple button here. Look at that. That is awesome. I don't have to go off screen anymore. I'm able to just have a programmed reload button here. And I'm not going to lose my continues as easily now. Take out the camera. Oh, yeah. Take out the window. And Lethal Enforcers 2 is a pretty badass game, too, because of the Old West front. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. We need like a machine gun. There we go. And you can actually use like a Mayfair flash. What's that? The dolphin bars. Wow. Very cool stuff. And you could use a Sinden. Sindens are not cheap, but they do work on a lot of cores now, especially like MAME 2003 Plus with these updates. We beat the first stage here. Oh, I love this digital background there. It kind of reminds me of something like Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter is one of my favorite games way back. David Rash. They got to make everybody look like David Rash here. Like these cars right here look like they're straight out of a Clint Eastwood movie. And one person pointed out to me, I didn't really notice this at the time, but way back, the end of each Clint Eastwood movie when he's playing Dirty Harry, actually he'd wear the same clothes at the end of one and at the beginning of the next. That was kind of cool how they did that kind of transition, so to speak. And I actually got to the point where I watched like there are just certain movie series that I didn't really get into at the time, but later on I watched them all. Like I watched Godfather Trilogy, and there is that thing called The Alpha right now on Paramount Plus, which I'm going to give a shot to. I'm also watching The Winning Time about the rise of the Lakers. Very cool stuff. These biopics are just fun things to watch. I still need to watch that Carol Baskins one with Tiger Joe and all that fun stuff. But yes, you can even do like games like Area 51 with the reload as well. It's so awesome. And you need two-player mode activate here. Again, I'm doing a lot better than I would if I had to go off the screen to reload over and over again like that. That is just a waste of time. Bam, reload without even leaving the screen. Awesome stuff there. Oh, we got like a little mobile stage here. Great. I mean, we could play the Super Nintendo version, but I by far prefer playing the arcade versions where it's all possible. Is this like Tom Selleck, Magnum PI's car right there in the background? What kind of car did he drive again? They always have homages to a lot of things like in the 80s and all that. Like if you watch Bad Dudes, there are clear references to 80 movies. You watch like Vigilante, the game, you have like Madonna in the game, and a character that's clearly meant to be like Jackie Chan. And Vigilante was what I consider a spiritual sequel to the original game Kung Fu, which is based on Meals on Wheels, another Jackie Chan movie. I mean, literally, look up the trailer to Meals on Wheels, Jackie Chan. It is Kung Fu, the game, as a movie. This is so cool. It would be kind of cool if you interlaced like these kind of stages there with like the Narc stages. Side Scroll and Narc. Okay, but hope you enjoyed that little demonstration.